PTR Radio with Colin.
Well, indicted means he was actually, went in front of the jury and they said, yes, you're guilty.
You're addicted?
Indicted would mean that you just, anyway.
I've never heard the word indicted before.
Well, it says right here, indicted. Every single one of these, indicted.
That's how you pronounce it, indicted. The C is silent.
Oh.
And now, live on the fabulous interweb, this is PTR.
And welcome everybody to another edition of PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. I thought I'd give you a break, Mike. We're back to Indicted.
Indicted.
I don't have a mute button on my new headphones, so I just had to take them off.
So, yep, we are back to Indicted. Isn't it great? So, it'll be, I did get a great idea for a new intro, though. So, I will be working on one. And you'll be happy to know that it takes all of us into consideration. So, I spread the love around.
About damn time.
So, But yeah, so this is PTR Radio here on the interweb. We want to thank Rant Radio, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, everybody for checking us out. I don't know of a single medium that we can't be a part of, Mike.
Sure.
We have tried them all. For those of you unfamiliar with the show, it features 3 hosts. I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the Apeman.
Yep. We broadcast live every other Monday. Mike is in search of hats currently. He desperately needs a hat.
Not in search of hats.
Yeah, he has a receding hairline, and he looks for creative and fun ways to hide it. So we have set up a special wish list.
Wait,
so
can we just stop for 1 second?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Rewind that for a second.
Yeah.
You're talking about my hairline?
Yes. See, I embrace the bald.
You
yes.
are talking about my hairline.
Yeah, that's right. My
hairline that has not changed in a decade.
I know that you're
more.
Self-conscious about it, whereas I'm not. I'm good with mine. But I know you, Kim talked to me. She said, listen, Mike's having some problems with this growing older thing. And so I need you to help him out as much as you can. And I said, no problem. We're here for him. That's what we do. We look out for each other. That's like today, special day, Mike. Did you know this? Colin's birthday.
It's Colin's birthday. This is such a special day because it's Colin's birthday. It's Krampus night.
Yeah.
And there was something else today as well.
Well, it's also Kembro's birthday. So, we have big birthday plans for tonight.
I hope they don't involve Mr. Shade because I just realized he's not in the building right now.
No. No. Obviously, we need someone we need some happy birthday song. We cannot have a birthday night without a birthday song.
True.
So there's only 2. So pick a number between 1 and 2.
6.
not 6. Between 1 and 2.
1.86.
That's the one I was going after, Mike. So
because you didn't say whole number.
So boy, that's the sucky one. I want the good one. Where's it at? Here it is. This is it.
Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday.
So that's it.
Birthday. Chuck E. Cheese birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Birthday. Chuck E. Cheese. It's my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Birthday.
So there you go. For everybody having a birthday today, there's your special birthday song from PTR Radio and the internet.
Word of the wise. Anybody looking for ideas, Taking Me to Chuck E. Cheese is not on the list
No,
of good ideas.
it's on the best list. Now I remember one Christmas party that we went to together that was basically like an adult Chuck E. Cheese, although it wasn't a Dave and Buster's. It was a Dave and Buster's ripoff.
Yes,
That you had a good time at.
I did.
And they didn't have enough beer there, but we did have a good time there. So you can't say you wouldn't enjoy Chuck E. Cheese.
That was not Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, if it's a Dave and Buster's ripoff, that's not Chuck E. Cheese.
But this place was of the Chuck E. Cheese quality type of ripoff of Dave and Buster's, though. This was a bad place.
It was a buffet.
Yes, this was not a good ripoff. This was a
It didn't last
ripoff
very long.
like Nikes would be a ripoff of Nikes.
It's now a Habitat for Humanity restore, where people sell, donate their unused construction goods.
Such a place?
Yeah, at least we have one here. It's called Restore, where like people buy stuff to work on their house, and they may have extra left over, so they donate it to Habitat for Humanity. And Habitat for Humanity can't use it, so they sell it.
Yeah, because it's really weird. Habitat for Humanity can build someone a house, but they can't put used items in that house. Because did you know that?
No.
Habitat for Humanity houses can only have new appliances in them. New sinks, new bathtubs.
I think I can understand that. The whole idea is to give someone the best start you can. And you can't do that if you're putting in somebody else's 12-year-old
Well,
oven.
I agree, okay, not 12 years old, all right? But some of the stuff that Habitat for Humanity Restore gets is like floor model stuff. Where it was never plugged in and used. It sat on a showroom floor so that people could see what an oven would look like. All right?
Yes.
That is the kind of stuff you can find at the Restore.
Yes.
All right? So why can't that be put into a house? It was never used. It never saw fire.
Still, it's a liability issue.
See, and that's
And a lot of that stuff that gets donated, they actually right, just because they're giving somebody a fresh start doesn't mean that they have to have a front-loading Samsung washer and dryer. No, Habitat for Humanity can go ahead and sell those items and buy 4 or 5 sets of like Whirlpool or Maytag basic washer and dryers.
Yeah,
more people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand it. It's just a bit weird, that it's okay to sell that stuff to other people, but it's not okay to put it in the houses. So, I don't know. That's odd to me. All kinds of stuff going on in the news, stuff that I didn't have time to look up. But what's interesting is, okay, can we all agree that we do enjoy every now and then, and it is the most popular show for the elderly, Wheel of Fortune?
Okay.
Turns out I know somebody that was on Wheel of Fortune this last week.
Really?
Yes. I went to go do some work at the church, and I couldn't do the work because one of the pastors was having a Wheel of Fortune watch party because she and her brother were on Wheel of Fortune. Yes. And they actually made it all the way to the final round. So, but
Okay.
they did not win they made like they won like $35,000, but then they couldn't win the big puzzle, which would have gotten them like another $35,000. So, but it was kind of intriguing for me to know somebody that was on there. You know, it'd be like knowing somebody that was on The Price is Right and got to a cost Drew carry, because that's what those people do. Colin, have you ever caught that? Now it's just, run up to Drew and just molest him on television is pretty much what it has become.
Oh, really?
It was never that way with Bob Barker.
Oh, Bob
no,
Barker,
they molested him, and then he molested them.
He molested back.
But that was just the models. I don't think he did that to the contestants.
Well.
Uh,
Oh, you can't pay the taxes on this car? Well, maybe we can work out an agreement. By the way, the drapes match the carpet. Find that out.
So yeah.
So actually, on the subject though of game shows.
Yes.
So since our last episode,
Yep.
I believe this is our last episode. They had the Double Dare reunion.
I saw one commercial about it, and that's it. And I didn't have a chance to catch it or anything. So I take it you watched it?
Yes, I watched it.
Now, was it just a reunion, or did they actually do the show?
They sort of actually did the show, but it was all adults in a bar.
Oh, that has got to be the best ever. I want to do Drunken Double Dare.
It was all people who used to be on All That. And
Oh, God.
So it's Celebrity Drunken Double Dare.
pretty much, yes. But they even had Harvey. It was great. And they're actually talking about possibly doing this as a real show, of doing a nighttime adult Double Dare in a bar as a ongoing thing.
I don't think that you can't do that on Nickelodeon, though.
This is just the Nick at Night. It's Snick,
Okay.
so they can do it at night.
It's basically, it sounds like American Ninja Warrior with drunks.
And more whipped cream.
I think that could be I think if somebody was enterprising enough, not that they couldn't call it Double Dare, all right, they'd have to call it something like Triple Dog Dare or something like that. But I would think that somebody that's enterprising enough, like they do traveling trivia nights, could do something like this, going from bar to bar to bar, even if it was something small.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you could. I think in the right large city, all right, because you couldn't do it here, all right. You wouldn't have the draw, but I think that you could. I think you could probably make that work. I think that would be a good idea for that. I mean,
Yeah. But it sounds like they might actually just do it for real with the official Double Dare name.
I know, but I'm just thinking even before. I mean, I think it's a great idea. I just,
There was some really interesting stuff that came up. Like, there were 2 kids that were injured during the original Double Dare. One of them, the parents lied and came with a medical thing that said the kid was fine. The kid was basically Mr. Glass from Unbreakable. He had glass.
Jesus.
oh jeez.
He had like 17 broken bones. He went over this thing, collapsed, and had a bone sticking out.
Oh, my God.
And they're like, oh. And then someone whose
Call me
father
Mr. Glass.
was an attorney, like came over and almost broke his her neck, and the father went in afterwards and said, "So, I see that the main prize was this. So, if we could get that, then I'll go away and not contact you again."
Yeah.
And they're like, okay,
I won't
there
sue
go.
you. If you give me this $35 Schwinn bicycle.
Oh yeah, they said like the second prize was like a complete set of Encyclopedia Britannica, which was like $1,200, and then the big thing was like a $20 bicycle. That just they said they gave the money away in the first half of the show to pay for the taxes on the prizes they won in the second half, because all the kids were actually like poor Philadelphia inner city people. They don't have money to pay the taxes. That's
Well,
where the
yeah.
money came from. My favorite though was they used to tell people, because they got tired of people asking, that they got the food expired from like warehouse clubs and stuff. I said that wasn't true. But when people were complaining about them wasting food, they're like, homeless people were not out there going, man, my life would be so much better if I had a whole bunch of chocolate syrup and whipped cream.
Yeah, if I only had green-colored whipped cream.
Yes.
Man.
So there's a lot of anyway,
that's soft. I can gum it since I don't have any teeth from living under a bridge.
Exactly. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that came out because of that reason.
That last hobo fight took all of my teeth. I need that Jello that kid waded through.
After that tuna fish sandwich.
Oh. But that was a thing for us growing up. I mean, that was a staple of our childhood, I would think, right? I mean, Mike, you watched that show, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did for a while, but then we got cable. We got like movie channels. Then I became all about. Then I also discovered on the cable box pushing down 2, 4, and 7 at the same time.
Yeah.
See a blurry boob, and at that point I realized, Double Dare ain't as cool
as going cross-eyed trying to figure out where the nipple was. Speaking of that,
that's a boob. That's a boob. Yeah. That's a boob. That's it. That's a boob. What is she doing?
Speaking of cable, all right, Dish Network has come out with, and now they're really advertising hard, this new thing called a Flex Pack. Have you guys heard of this?
Yes.
And it is kind of what we all wanted, which is I will pick the channels I want, and I will not have to pay as much.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking about going to it. Because right now I have I have the America's 250, which is the second to highest package that they have. All right. The only other one that they offer is the everything, which is literally everything. All right.
Well, okay. So just general statement.
Yes.
I work for AT&T, which DirecTV, therefore, blah, blah, my opinions, not the company's opinions, blah, blah, blah. My question about this Flex Pack isn't it basically just smaller bundles of channels?
It is. It is.
Because it's closer to what we've all talked about, but it's not really a la carte pricing where if you live in a house where you only watch HDTV, AMC, Nickelodeon, and your broadcast stations, you're not paying for just those.
Right. It is not 100% what we all want, which is let me handpick my stations.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
It comes with a lot of the ones that you would anticipate having. So USA, TBS, HGTV, Sci-Fi or Sci-Fi, however you want to call it, WGN, TV Land, TNT, but then it does come with some crap that you don't want. Home Shopping Network, I don't need that. EWTN, no idea, never watched it. CMT, I could live without that. I don't need to watch country all that often. Weather Nation, I don't need the Weather Channel. I have a phone. All right. FSTV, Alma Vision, Link TV, some BET. I don't need it. I'm white. All right.
Why do I need an entire channel of Nickelodeon music?
Well, that's the thing. You don't need some of these, all right? But they do have a lot of good ones on there that you want. Now, so what you do is you get your standard pack, which has I think they said it has 75 of the most common channels. Basically, it's their core. And then you add on, it comes with one pack. So you say, all right, I want my locals. So my CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, CW, etc. All right, I want my local channels. Which, really, realistically, if you had an antenna, you wouldn't even have to do that. But I like it this way because then I don't have to do an antenna. Then you could say, all right, I want to add another. Then you can add as many other packs as you want. And the packs are in common groups. So you have a kids pack, which includes Disney Channel, Disney Junior, Animal Planet, Nick Jr., Nicktoons, Baby Junior, Boomerang. All right, those all make sense together because the likelihood is if you're going to get one, you want the other ones. All right. Now, they have the news pack, which I'm completely skipping because I don't care about Fox, MSNBC, CNBC, Fox Business. I'm giving up BBC World News, Bloomberg, I don't care, and The Blaze. I could care less about all of those. All right? I don't need any regional action
Wait a minute.
pack.
Wait, you mean you don't want The Blaze so you can watch Tommy Lauren?
No. Regional action pack, don't care about any of that. National action pack, I don't care about ESPN, ESPN2, Access TV, the Golf Channel, or Universal HD, or Velocity. I don't care about any of those. No hablo español, so get rid of Latino bonus pack. Don't need the Variety Channel because really Bravo doesn't have anything good on since they got rid of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. And again, don't need BET. Then have to have the Heartland Pack. And this is what's really driving all this because the Heartland Pack includes Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, which is what the wife wants. All right. Now, here's the reason why this all works, because the only other packs that have the Hallmark channels are the Everything and the America's Top 250. You can't get any other packs lower than that have the Hallmark channels on them.
Yeah.
So I end up paying, right now I'm paying $145 a month for television. All right. With this, I can cut out at least $30 of that for channels that I don't watch. As I told the wife, if it was up to me, we wouldn't have any TV. We would just do internet.
Let's just how much is it a month?
Right now I pay $145.
And how much is
this? I think it's around 110, maybe less. But it says out of the gate it's 56, but you have to add on the price for the Hopper and all the Joeys and all that garbage, and then taxes and stuff. So I think I got it around like 100, 110.
So let me put on my AT&T hat now.
Uh-huh.
Because there was an announcement for a similar service. Sort of.
Yes.
Called DirecTV Now.
Yes, which is streaming only, right?
DirecTV streaming.
I heard about that, and I was curious.
So, you can stream via Amazon Fire Sticks, Chromecast, on your computer, smart TVs, right?
Did it have Roku support?
I don't know. Well, let me see. I don't know if it has Roku support yet, but I think that's planned.
DirecTV Now coming to the Roku platform in Q1.
Okay, so they're working on the coding basically, but
yeah.
So let's see. So for $35 a month, you get ABC, Fox, NBC, Nick. There's your Hallmark channels. ESPN, Disney, HGTV, USA, Investigation Discovery, TNT, Food Network, PBS, History Discovery, Disney, or Disney Junior, TV Land, Nick Jr., AMC, FX, FXX, Bravo, Lifetime, A&E, Animal Planet, BBC America, Bloomberg, BET, which you don't care about, Cartoon Network, CMT, CNBC, Comedy Central, ESPN, ESPN2, Fox Business, Fox Sports 1, Sci-Fi, Spike, TCM, TLC, Univision, VH1, and a few more. That's the base package.
Right.
So, honestly, this is... When I first heard about this, despite the fact that I'm an AT&T employee, I was extremely excited because, whoa, what the hell is that? Okay, ad on my side. Sorry.
Squirrel!
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a crab. I was excited about it because this is going head-to-head with all and trying to keep all the cord cutters.
Yes.
Now, what I can't confirm, I'm curious about, is if you were a DirecTV Now subscriber, are you eligible for unlimited data on AT&T mobility service?
Well, one of the things that you have to pay attention to, though, is right now, at least according to this article, which was just published like 6-7 days ago, DirecTV Online or DirecTV Now, no DVR and limited ability to pause live TV.
Okay, that is true.
So that's a deal breaker for me.
Okay, but I understand that's a deal breaker, and yes, that rightfully should be a deal breaker for a lot of people. However, I don't know if that's going to be an issue. That's really all I can say.
Yeah. They could fix that.
I think they will, because honestly, the way I see the entire industry is moving away from the hardware. Okay? A DVR in your house, like everything's going to go cloud.
Yeah. Well,
DVR in your house is going to become rare on any provider. Why? Because it's an additional cost.
well,
It's hardware costs that companies don't want to have to pay.
well, but then they have you have to balance though, because the hardware has to live somewhere. All right. The hardware to store all that, plus then you still have quite a few programs that do not want, or quite a few content owners that don't want their content to be available on demand. Okay.
Well,
You're
right.
To get
You're
around
right.
that, DVR is the only way. And yeah, you could say, well, we can do a cloud-based DVR, but cloud-based DVR, okay, now I've got the bandwidth involved with all that, and there's costs associated with that, because there are issues there, and everybody wants 4K now. 4K is a big buzzword. Everybody's going to be 4K till next Christmas, when a 12K TV comes out, and suddenly got to have 12K.
God. 12K, 4KD.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to have not only height, depth, and width, but I need time. I need my eyes to be able to see how the time goes. All right. If I cannot see into the nth dimension of my TV show, then it is useless.
I need the Smell-O-Matic.
Yeah, I need X-ray vision on my TV shows, or I'm not watching. So all that drives bandwidth basically is what I'm getting to.
No, and you're right. You're absolutely correct. So there's a trade-off.
Yeah. In fact, the FCC just issued it wasn't a ruling. It wasn't even an official notice. It wasn't a memorandum. It was just it was like they passed AT&T, Comcast, all the Time Warner, all these people. They passed them a note in the hall. All right, that's what this was. And they said, "Hey, what you're doing there by saying, hey, yeah, we don't include when you stream things on our service in your bandwidth cap. Yeah, could you not do that? Because that probably is not good." There was a news article about them passing that little note in class to them, saying, yeah, we think this could border on maybe, possibly, unfair practices. But, with Trump coming in, we're not going to do nothing, because we just want to stay here. We don't want to be like the EPA and get totally disbanded, So,
Well,
and I'm not saying wrong, or indifferent. I am not saying anything about that policy. I'm just saying that was put out there. It's no different than Sprint or T-Mobile or any of those guys saying that your YouTube streaming or your Netflix streaming doesn't count against your data cap with those guys. I'm not saying any company is doing anything different than anybody else.
Right. Now, there's a difference between sponsored data and free data. If that makes sense. Because every instance that you just talked about was sponsored data. YouTube and Netflix pay a fee so that their streaming doesn't count against the data cap.
For the cell phone carriers. But they don't do that for all they did was they paid to stay on the fast lane for the other carriers.
Okay. And that, I see, you're talking about two different things.
Yeah.
Because now you're basically talking about throttling, and you're bringing up the whole net neutrality.
Yeah.
issue again.
So,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't catch where you were going first, but
sorry, I'm mixing a bunch of stuff there, and really, none of it's funny whatsoever. You know,
killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
So, you know, but I just, you know, but no, the DVR is one of the big things, because anytime I talk to my wife about changing our plan, like even when I told her, hey, listen, I'm thinking about talking to Dish and just changing our plan, she goes, well, am I going to lose all my recordings? Am I going to lose all my Christmas shows that I have on the hopper? I mean, it's not, hey, how much money is it going to save us, or how much more is it going to cost us? It's, what about Christmas? What about Christmas? Christmas is everything. So, you know, that's where I'm at. And I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit in hour number 2 when we come to our movie review segment. It's Christmas. Because we are in December. This is our first show in December.
Reminds me, we had it this year. We had Santa photos at the shelter or the rescue on Saturday, and this year I brought my Sirius tuner and just played Holly, the holiday stream.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As opposed to previous year where I downloaded playlists from Amazon Music onto my iPod and played those. So last year when I did it, I was able to throw in a couple of the songs, you know, early in the playlist before like people actually got there. I threw in some of the songs from the South Park Christmas album.
Okay.
Because I still hear Mr. Hanky and Merri Friggin Christmas. Those are my 2 favorite Christmas songs right now.
Oh, so like this one here?
And we all know Frosty, who's made out of snow. But all of those stories.
Well, that's
seem
Mr. Hanky,
kind of
yes.
Gay. 'Cause we all-
But the other is the better one.
Well, see, now I know the other ones, but this is one of my favorites, and my daughter hates it every time I play this song. But I love this one, and I learned it from a radio show out of Michigan, and they say it's a New Jersey classic. Now, Mike, tell me if you know this one.
It's Dominic the donkey, jingity
Jing,
jing.
jing. The Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. Yes, of course I know that one. I know Dominic the donkey.
Now, that's one of my favorite. Now, my wife and her family, Italian through and through, all right, had no idea of Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey.
The same way that y'all didn't know anything about pork roll.
I know.
Which,
you know.
So we got 2 things going for us now. Pork roll and the Christmas donkey.
Yes. But I love that song. It's an instant earworm is what it is. You know, it just gets stuck in there. But I don't know. Colin, what's one of your favorite Christmas songs?
Oh, well, for comedic ones, I can't. If I've been able to think about it in advance.
Is it Christmas at Ground Zero? I know you're a Weird Al fan.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, there's a couple different Weird Al Christmas ones. Now that you pointed it out, that's what I would go with.
You know, I kind of know what you like.
Yeah, not Christmas at Ground Zero. The other one, the night Santa went crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you know, you got to have your favorite Christmas. Now, nobody, I cannot play Dominic the Donkey around here normally because, you know, nobody else gets it. Although I did play it at the church one time. They were having youth night and they were playing Christmas music. And I said, hey, let's slip this one in. Everybody, they liked it. The kids liked it.
Well, of course.
Because I'm like, listen, there's no bad music. There's no bad songs in it. There's no bad words.
Of course, all the teachers the next day when the kids were coming in, all the teachers like, I'm going to kill that guy.
Yeah. So, you know, it was a lot of fun. Which By the way, I finally have my. I don't think I've even talked about it. One of my recent things at the church was I was outfitting them with security cameras.
I think you did mention that
might
was. That may have been off air. I don't remember. But.
So that's been a big project going on for about 2 months now, and I finally wrapped up yesterday. 31 cameras in a church to try and keep. You have to keep people honest in a church. That's more than I put in a daycare.
Pretty sad.
You know. Although now the
now
the daycare is calling me up, going, "Yeah, we need more cameras." So
we need to put a camera. We need
a camera facing a camera.
No, the cameras they put on cops now.
Oh, a body camera.
Body cameras. Need body cameras on all the staff.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell them that. If they find the money, they'll do it. Yeah, little ones. Just mount it to the side of their head. But
by the way, I have no idea how this works.
Oh, there's a little SD card or micro SD go in the side?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like those cameras. I've had a couple of them.
It was given to me, so.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. I forgot. I got the manual. The manual in here. Thank you, buying great camera quality.
Yeah. Speaking of Japanese things that'll kill you, Japanese products that'll kill you, we've had problems with lighting in the studio.
Uh-huh.
So because light bulbs constantly are blowing out in this fixture. I just think it's one of those weird things with chandelier bulbs. You know, they just don't last nearly as long as what they should. Mm-hmm. And so I found that someone in China or Japan, wherever, close enough, they make a chandelier bulb to regular bulb adapter that you can buy. And, so I've got this one right here actually has it in there. I'm waiting on another chandelier bulb to burn out so that then I can replace it as well. They're pretty expensive though. It was like $350 for two.
I never noticed that your fan doesn't use regular size bulbs.
Oh yeah, this one doesn't. Actually, most of my ceiling fans don't.
Weird.
So, yeah.
They do.
We ordered adapters from China.
Yeah.
They're great. They make great adapters there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You could have just bought an LED bulb that fits.
I have put LED bulbs in there. I put compact fluorescence bulbs in there. It burns them out. I do not know what the deal is.
Couldn't you?
You have bigger problems than.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure one of these days the house will burn down, and I'll probably still be inside of it, trying to grab my computer and run out the door. That's what'll happen. So, but at least I'll die knowing that I tried to save the data.
Save the data. Save the data.
But
hard drives and SCSIs and IDE first. Save the data.
Oh, by the way, I am actually going to. I know normally we wait till the end of the show, but talking about Christmas music and everything else, I'm going to be DJing a Christmas conference Friday night.
What?
A Christmas conference.
What exactly is a Christmas conference? Did they discuss what will happen at Christmas?
What it is it is the Knights of Columbus statewide winter convention, but they always have, and they always Christmas theme it. And, so I'm doing the Friday night dinner and awards banquet. So I am playing Christmas music straight for 3 hours.
Well, it's the Knights of Columbus, so I'm sure there'll be alcohol.
There is some, yes. Actually, there's quite a bit. So, but there's not too much to start off with because they always present a check to what's the foundation that gets all the money from Special Olympics?
Special Olympics?
Okay. Well, anyway, they give them a big check.
Okay.
And that group always has one of the child athletes come and take it. So you don't want to be sloshed with them on stage.
True.
So you wait till they leave.
Then you slosh.
Yeah, and then that happens. But and Santa Claus always comes because and this is the part of the the goodness that these guys do is everybody brings to that dinner. You all bring a unwrapped toy that gets donated to their toy drive, for underprivileged, underserved kids. And so then Santa comes and thanks everybody for bringing a toy. And the last couple of years, he has brought his reindeer with him, which is someone in a giant inflatable reindeer suit. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I get to play that for 3 hours. It's not a bad gig because I'm just pretty much sitting there playing music. And it's set up a playlist and just monkey press the button, But so that's one of the things I get to do. And then I have in January, and like the last week in January, I have a trivia night out at the convention center that I'm helping with. I'm not running this one because this one is the huge one, with 100 tables.
That's huge.
Yeah. But then I might be running my own in February. I might be actually putting one on at the church of my own, idea. Doing a fundraiser for a couple of groups there. I thought, well, hell, I've done it a couple times. I can do another one. I can do one all on my own. I can do everything from planning it to running it. And to being the MC. What the heck? As a fundraiser for groups at the church. So we will see how that goes.
Yeah.
Right now they're trying to...
you'll see, and you'll let us know.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And relating to us as a show, I talked to someone today, and actually this is in relationship to a voicemail we got left. Because you heard this, didn't you, Mike? We got left a voicemail?
I tried to listen to it, and kind of got garbled at one point.
Yeah, it does.
What happened?
It's a little garbly, but let's give it a listen here, and see what we can hear.
Hey guys, it's Steven. I haven't called in a while. I had a baby and all that, and things got busy. I haven't been able to listen or nothing. It's been crazy. But I have something to say for you guys. I remember a long time ago on NHB, it was the wife with the inflatables. And they were teaching at you about the inflatables, the kind of website with all the inflatables they were thinking. Well, my wife is out there for inflatables.
All right, so he's talking about inflatables, if you couldn't figure that out.
Okay.
So he says, a long time ago on another network, we were talking about inflatables. Now, I don't remember that because it was before yesterday. So I'm sure we have talked about inflatables in the past.
I'm pretty sure we have, but the fact that we talked about it on that other network, which was 90% blind people.
Yeah.
Seems very odd that we did talk about it, but I'll take his word for it because
he
is the historian.
Yeah, I mean, he has listened to the Collins Show multiple times.
He was he our research department?
I don't think so. I think it was somebody else, but let's continue to listen. Now, it is good he had a baby and he's been busy with the baby, and we totally understand that. Life gets crazy when you have a baby. You guys don't know that, but I know that. Life gets crazy when you have a baby.
Considering he contacted us on the way to the baby being born.
Yeah.
That's true.
I am happy that he has spent the time after that on the baby.
I don't know. I would have liked some checkups. Maybe if he could have called us from the doctor's office at the 1 month and the 2 month, visit, that would have been nice. I feel like we're a part of this baby's life. We were there at the beginning. Well, not at the very beginning, but we were there at the, If he'd have called us during the conception, I would have been a little bit hesitant to take his call.
Well, yes, and he may very well have been playing PTR episodes. He may have played the Collins Show for the baby in the womb.
Well, yeah, because he said it doesn't distract him. He knows everything. So, maybe you're the new sounds of Bach or Beethoven. Maybe that'll make the kids smarter. You never know.
Yeah, considering I never listened to the Collins Show.
Oh.
I'll just say yes. It's a classic baby going to sleep.
Yeah. All right.
I have a 9-foot tall snowman in my front yard.
9 foot tall
Funny
snowman.
thing is, we went to Walmart early Thursday morning. They had a sale on inflatables, and I wanted a big old 10 foot tall Santa Claus.
Okay. He wanted a 10 foot tall Santa Claus. All right. Because Walmart, you know, the home for inflatables, had a sale. Now, here's where it gets a little weird. Because if you have to say this next part, questions arise.
And I'm not racist or anything, but they only have white Santa. And I was one of the first people there. I got the manager. I was like, listen, want white Santa. Yeah, just like Sarah, I understand, but this is all we have. I was like, I'm literally one of the first people here. I need a white Santa Claus. White people don't want white Santa. They want black Santa. I'm a white guy. I want white Santa. Sir, I'm sorry. All right. That's fine. I was about that 9 foot tall white snowman. And he was like $80. And the Santa was going to sell for $30. I was like, screw it. Show this lady got me that Santa Claus.
Okay, so he starts out by saying he's not racist, but he went there looking for but he wanted a white Santa, a 10 foot tall white Santa Claus, which, okay, first of all, you don't need a 10 foot tall anything, all right?
I'm just questioning the fact, because I have never seen a black Santa Claus here.
All right, I have not seen a black inflatable Santa Claus. Now, the plastic yard ornament things, I have seen those mixed race. All right.
But
And I saw a. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, if I went into Walmart and I saw a 10-foot inflatable black Santa, I'm buying that bitch. And I'm putting that up.
Would you
center.
Would you put glitter on one of the mittens, though? I mean, really?
No, I would.
Michael Jackson Santa Claus is what I'm getting at there.
No, that would not be a black Santa Claus. That would be a white Santa Claus.
Well, early Michael.
You would have to cut the nose off, stitch it closed, and then glitter a hand and say that, yeah, that's the Michael Jackson Santa Claus.
Actually, I would take that, and my neighbor across the street who does not decorate for Christmas, but he takes his dog to the dog park every night. So while he was out, before I set this up, he would come home and find a 10-foot black Santa on his front lawn. If for nothing else than to see his reaction.
I was about to say, you have to videotape that.
Oh, you know I would. I would.
Multi-angles is what you have to get.
I would hook the GoPro back up on this hat. I would have one GoPro on the hat. I'd have one on his porch or whatever so that I could record, remotely. Oh, God, now I got to go. Now I got to go online and find Black Santa. I need the inflatable Black Santa now because this has to be done.
Never on a podcast has it been said, I have to go online and find a Black Santa.
Now, there was one of the stores, I'm not sure, I just happened to see this today, does actually have the store Santa is black.
Yes, I think I may have seen something like that too, but I don't remember.
It's at the Mall of America.
Okay.
Yeah, there was lots of freaking out about that.
Yeah.
So, but I will agree with him on one thing.
That he's not racist?
That I do want a white snowman.
Yeah, who wants a black snowman?
Or a yellow snowman.
Why is there a black snowman? That's a question. Why is
a black snowman would look like Mr. Hanky?
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
But the bigger problem would be a yellow snowman.
Well, I don't think that he said that there wasn't a white snowman. I think what he said was it was $80 and Santa was only $30. And so he wasn't going to spend the extra $50 to get a snowman as opposed to Santa Claus. Which my thing is, because there's one in my neighborhood, get Darth Vader. Because he's black and it's okay. He's supposed to be black.
All right. Just for the record, I need an opinion on this.
Okay.
Sent you a link.
All right.
This is not what I was expecting.
It rarely is. It'd be nice if I took the from mic privately. Oh, come on, you pain in the butt. Home Depot, home accents. Let's see if I can find it that way. Dang it. It's not coming up. But that's because there's a bunch of garbage on it, so.
This is what I sent you.
Yep.
Home Depot is not an African American Santa Claus. I'm sorry, it's not.
No, it's not. It's because I'm looking at an eBay picture, which I assume is like the one that you saw, which is it says lighted inflatable African American Santa Christmas plug-in outdoor home decor, and you know. If I look at Home Depot, yeah, it's the same one. Same one that you saw. And that's not African American.
No, it's not. And
but
again,
okay, truth be told, maybe they just don't have a picture of it.
Okay, but I am not buying one for the purposes that I'm buying it for, unless
you know for a fact it's a black Santa. Oh, I found it. I think I might have found it. Because this,
oh yeah, that's much better.
That's a black Santa. The search for a black Santa continues. There you go, Mike. That's a giant. Well, it says giant, 6.5 foot, but it is. You know, it is big.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, hold on. I found a better one. This guy is truly black. There is no doubt about that. This guy is not Obama black. This guy is Shaquille black. All right?
Yo.
What? You did the song.
That is yeah. That's the kind of Santa I need if I'm going to mess with my neighbor.
Yes. This is a black Santa. And I'm sure this is probably the kind that he was talking about. There is no doubt that this Santa drank a lot of cocoa. All right?
The other one looks like he just got back from Hawaii.
Yeah, he had it. It was tan Santa. All right? But this is black Santa. This is black Santa. All right? That's black Santa.
It's not an inflatable. It's not big enough. But Home Depot has a 15-inch African-American pajama claws teddy bear.
Okay.
So that's just...
that's like George Clinton Santa right there is what that is. That's what you... Buy an inflatable George Clinton and put a Santa suit on him.
There's the one. This is the one that Steven is probably talking about. This is it.
Yes.
This is from Walmart. This is the one that it. Yes.
That's
the
same one I sent you, I think. So yeah, that's black Santa. That's home Santa.
And obviously, whoever made it got the mustache from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Santa.
Yeah. Of course, this Santa has a deformity. Because
he's wearing a skirt.
Well, he has no legs. He has a stump.
He's wearing a skirt because he's got 2 feet.
I don't know. They come together really weird. It just looks like he's got 1 foot with 2 toes. You know, I don't see a separation there.
Okay. Well,
and maybe it's a good thing you didn't. Maybe it's a good thing that Steven didn't get this Santa. Maybe there's a reason this was a $30 Santa.
For $30, I was all over that, dude.
All right, so let's continue on now that he got his Santa thing out of the way.
I won't Santa Claus catch that. Anyways, I on next show, how about you guys explain to me what the VIP thing is? Because I'm interested in that, but I don't know what it is. And that's it. That is it. All right, guys, have a good one.
All right, and for those of you that didn't know, the way he did that was he called our 877-787-8822 number, and he left a message. It's that easy. You can leave us a message. We'll play it on the show, and we'll answer all your questions. And if you're good like Steven and you have a quality story, we will go down the Black Santa hole. All right? That's where this takes us, is hunting for Black Santa.
Remember this? Do you hear these things before they come out of your mouth?
No, that's what makes the show so good. If I thought first, we wouldn't be as high in the podcast ratings as we are. All right. So he was asking about the VIP thing on our website, which is amazing that somebody noticed something on our website, ptrradio.com, because that has been there for a long time. And it was an idea I had when I redesigned the site the last time.
I didn't even know.
So the host didn't even know that we had a VIP section. All right. But here is the VIP section, for those of you that want to know what it was, or what it is, or what it will be, we'll say, is a way that we wanted to make people who are really enthused about the show, really super fans, basically. We wanted to give them a way to do two things. One, support the show, and two, get content that otherwise wouldn't be available to them. So the whole idea was that if you signed up to be a VIP for a pittance, all right, a very small amount, just enough to help us out, all right, then you would get access to some additional things, like host blogs, which we haven't done yet, like audio archives, which we have. We have more shows than are on the podcast feed. Store discounts, which could exist if we had a store.
We could have a store. We could have a partner store.
Yep. Access to VIP-only giveaways and contests. Well, totally possible that we could do one which was only for VIPs if we had VIPs. All right? And then more on the horizon. Whatever that more could be and wherever that horizon is. So, again, it was a way for us to think about a way somehow that you guys could help support the show, because we know you guys. You like the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't listen every other week. And that you could give back. Now, it used to have a sign-up button. I realized today that sign-up button is dumb because we don't have that stuff yet. All right? And so I took the sign-off button off, and I said, all right, we're going to flush it out. We'll come back, and I will update this. And at the very least, I am going to start some stuff which would be VIP, examples of VIP. All right, what VIP it was. Because a long while ago, I did have a blog. All right, and I was pretty good about blogging about every other day. And, Mike and I both did. Mike did the 8-Man Goeth, and I did On the Road Again with Shaggy. And those are things which so far we have put out there on our public YouTube channel, but those could be, or, certain episodes of those could be examples of things that we put in the VIP only area, especially now that we have been moved away a little bit from YouTube, Yeah. So those are some things that we might be putting up there. Let us know any other ideas that you guys think we might be able to put up on the VIP area that you would be interested in throwing a couple bucks in and getting out of us, whatever it is. And if it's something that we can do, we'll figure it out. If it's one of the things I was thinking about is, that store, getting that store and getting some items in there that you guys can purchase, be they t-shirts or glasses or whatever. I mean, Mike's got an awesome mug with his name on it. Right, Mike?
Well, I'm not drinking out of it today, but
right.
Yeah.
So
my picture and
yeah,
I believe my autograph.
And so, any of that obviously is available through our sponsors. But, some of the if you want the PTR logo, that's copyrighted stuff. We might have to, we might have to charge you $1 to become an executive junior assistant producer. But that could be on your mug.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we've had other executive junior assistant producers that have done far less on this show than someone who donates, who spends a few bucks and gets a title. So, all that is what the VIP was meant to be. All right. You know what? I think that you guys should buy me a few seconds so that I can come up with some break material. And then we will take a break.
Well, let's just talk real quick about the death pool.
Yep.
Since if you're on the site and you found the VIP link, right next to that is the death pool link, and we are looking for people to enter the 2017 death pool again. Entries are kind of slow. You have about a month, a little less than a month left to enter. 4 weeks, I believe, to be exact, from tonight. And Colin, what do you have to say about it?
I already have my picks in, which I think is a record early pick for me.
I have mine in as well, and mine are now final. Because I put it in to try and test, and then realized, okay, my test, it went, but not the same way as last year, because behind the scenes was working a little different. Well, wait a minute, those weren't my final picks, so I had to go in and I had revised, but now my final picks are in.
We will be discussing our picks on the episode where you have had to get your list in before. I will say that this year I actually tried. I didn't just pick people who wouldn't die. I picked people who may die. There were a couple themes in it, but for the most part, I chose the actual people.
Yeah, I have no themes, but I do. I was looking through the list, and because we obviously behind the scenes we can see the entries already, the listeners' entries. But we, I'm gonna have to do some creative labeling because some of the names, a single tiered VLOOKUP is not quite gonna work.
I kind of thought the same thing.
Like, oh my god.
How are we doing so far? Do we have any borderlines, or is it all looking good so far?
I did not see anything. I did see we actually have to reach out to one of the listeners because one of their 2017 picks is actually dead.
He reached out to me already, actually, and I gave him the revision link so that he could go ahead and revise his link, or revise his pick. So that worked out very well. And
I believe the irony. I got to go to the books here. I believe the irony of this is yes, his 20. I could say his because I believe everybody who's entered so far is male, but
except for one at least.
Okay, it's hard for me to tell because the list is all usernames, but. Yeah, that pick that needs to be replaced is one of his that he repeated from this year.
Yeah, which that is that's one of the cool features that we put in is that if you use the link that we emailed you, it'll automatically roll forward it should automatically roll forward your picks that didn't die from this last year. Just trying to help you get started up. Now, there has been a little bit of an issue with that, I think, but I think I've got everything worked out.
Now, is your code filtering out the ones who are already dead?
Yes, it filters out all the ones that are dead and automatically grabs one from the 2014 pick or from the 2015 pick that didn't die.
Nice.
I'm going across your entire pick history to find you ones that didn't die.
Now, the one thing that I was not able to tell from the behind-the-scenes page or the preview page, whatever you want to call it, is referral points.
We have had no referral points earned yet.
At all.
At all.
Because I actually posted my referral link in a couple of Facebook groups.
Yes, we have not had any referral points earned. And that is very disturbing. So don't forget, once you register, you're given a link on the confirmation, on the successful page. Use that link to send it to all your friends and family. I even put little buttons there that says share this on Facebook, share this on Twitter, share this in email to try and make it easier for you.
Now, what if you forgot to get the referral link? How do you get it again?
Email shaggy@ptrradio.com. I'll get it for you.
There you go.
I will make it that easy for you. Or if you got the original email that I sent you, I gave you not only your enroll link, but also your referral link. So it's that easy. But email shaggy@ptrradio.com if you don't happen to know what it is, and we'll get it taken care of for you. So, all right, with that said, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few. You are listening to PTR Radio. Stay tuned. Hour number 2 is the PTR movie review coming up in the second half of the second hour. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey, this is Ozzy Paul. We're now returning to PTR Radio, the only show where the masturbation of 3 testicle goats with cheese graters is allowed.
Welcome back, everybody. PTR Radio, second hour of the show. As always, don't forget to comment on Facebook if you have a question or a topic you want us to discuss. Always there to give relationship advice for you. We got people in all phases of relationships. None, some, a lot. Always here to help. Or really any question. Oh, look at that Puerto Rican man in the window. Mike, you have a hat. Does that mean that somebody came through?
No, this is actually a hat that I found in my basement.
So let's see here. And what is this name?
I have no idea what name this will be. Maybe it'll be Tony Bag of Donuts.
Tony Bag of Donuts.
Really should think about this before I put the hat on.
But that is a awesome hat. That
actually, I was thinking this could be Moisha. I come home to visit my grandkids from Florida, and here I am.
Yes, that is a very Florida retired guy's hat.
Yes, who forgot his golf clubs. Sits on the boardwalk all day. Yes.
Okay.
That's very good.
We're going to put that one away.
Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with
that
this,
one, that is just very nondescript. So
yes, that's
the problem with a hat like that is you could go any which way with it.
Yeah, and for those of you that are curious, if you go to, there's many different ways, but there will be a link on our homepage. There isn't current right now because I'm dumb, but there'll be a link. I'm typing it. If you go to ptrradio.com/hatwishlist.aspx, which I'll put a picture on the homepage. We've also got it linked up on our Facebook. Oh, by the way, Mike, I made it even easier to enter the death pool on our Facebook page. If you'll notice, there's a button that says "Play a Game."
Oh, okay.
You click the "Play a Game" button, and you're in. It's that easy, folks. We can't make it any easier for that. So we've got a hat wish list for Mike. Now, this wish list is one that's evolving over time, obviously, but the whole goal is that we have the Mike the Ape Man instant hat impression game going on. So when Mike receives a hat, he will know that it's for the show. He will not be allowed to open it because it'll be specially marked for the show. And then he will open it on the show and then have to give us an impression of what that hat is. So just like Mr. Shathid and Moisha, Mike will come up on the spot like that with a voice, a backstory, a name, all that fun stuff.
And some of these
are easy.
Some of these are just going to be downright evil.
So we've got things like the Guy Fieri hat, we've got the Moose hat, we've got the Viking hat, we've got the Rabbi hat, we've got the Playa fedora,
Fez.
We've got the Fez because Fezes are cool.
Yes, they are.
We've got the chicken hat, and the one that I added recently, the German officer Pickelhaub helmet. In addition to the Scottish hat, complete with hair extensions.
Yes,
So-
it should also come with fake teeth.
Yeah. So, Mike, I am so looking forward to our dedicated listeners getting you a hat.
But then again, I know our listeners, so it's all good. Not too worried about it. We can't get them to enter the damn death pool. I don't think we're going to get them to find me a hat. Yeah. I think we're safe. Don't even worry about that.
So anyway, we do have that going on. A lot of other stuff going on too. Oh, so what else is going on in the news lately from you guys? Anything exciting?
Honestly, I have not really watched the news much. I'm getting aggravated by the news because it seems like they're nitpicking about every little thing that Trump does, one way or another. You know what? He tweets. Okay, I think the media is making a big deal about this because he's bypassing the media.
Yeah,
but I thought by now it would be over. We went somewhere. Him and I went for a drive yesterday. We went somewhere, and this guy had a sign on his lawn. It says, "She lost. Get over it." Please just move on.
Yeah. Well, you don't even need to put that sign up because you're not helping people get over it by that. All right. But every celebrity that I care about watching, all right, which is Dave Chappelle, Mike Rowe, the list is done there really. They have said, listen, he's not even in office yet. You can't critique really what he says he's going to do until he gets in there. And you have to go into this saying, I'm going to give him a chance, and if you agree with what he does, then great. In 4 years, you can reelect him. If you don't agree with what he did and you supported him, you can say, wait a second, this isn't what I signed on for, and change your mind in 4 years. And in the meantime, if you didn't vote for him, you can, during that time, fight within what's constitutionally allowable to maintain the things that you believe in. All right? But you can't do anything else. All right? This whole crap about these guys, the Electoral College, the people that are the Hamilton voters, all right, which are going to change their electoral vote, to another choice, which it's really weird because one of the Hamilton voters is actually changing her vote from Hillary Clinton to someone who's not Donald Trump. So what effect is that going to have? Other than it's just garnering attention to this one 18-year-old girl.
All right. The most important thing that I care about right now.
Yes.
I had to go looking this up. When the Doctor Who Christmas special is on.
Oh, yeah. Because I was really confused. I thought I saw a thing saying that Doctor Who was starting again shortly after Thanksgiving, but I haven't seen it advertised?
No, it's always Christmas.
Okay.
The return of Dr. Mysterio is airing on BBC One on Christmas Day.
Yes. And on BBC America, I think.
And BBC America? Okay.
And we're getting another black companion, but this time with a proper fro. We do know that.
We do?
Yes. Oh, she's got the whole 70s fro going on. She actually said in an interview, "I'm trying to bring the fro back." She said it's a throwback to the throwback. And I mean, she has got it.
Okay.
So, yes.
I will say, as much as I'm looking forward to this Doctor Who thing, which looks really awesome, I'm more looking forward to New Year's when Sherlock starts back up.
My daughter's very much looking forward to that as well. She's really looking forward to that. Now, last show we didn't do a movie review. Instead, we did a TV review of the shows which were starting and stopping. Now, there was one show that we couldn't talk about because neither one of us had seen it yet. The Librarians.
Yes.
Neither one of us had an opportunity to watch that show. Now, Mike, you don't watch The Librarians, do you?
I do not.
All right. I think, well, were you a fan of like Warehouse 13 or no?
Leverage.
Leverage is one of those shows that I started watching after it went off the air.
Yeah. So, because
the same people as Leverage.
Okay.
A lot of them. So, I really liked the first episode. Once I finally watched it, I think I watched it after we were off the air. Once you'd gone home, I think I pulled it up and I watched it. And then I watched last night's episode, so I'm now caught up. Did you have a chance to watch last night's?
No, I've already watched the first one.
Only the first one? Okay. You didn't like the first one? No. I thought that it was nice that they brought Jane Austen. Is that her name? Who played the girl, the older secretary, accountant?
Jane Curtin.
Jane Curtin, sorry. Jane Curtin. I think that it's nice that they brought her back.
That wasn't in the first episode.
Yeah, it was.
No.
I thought that was one of the whole points of the first episode.
No.
Okay.
Maybe you watched the second one, which I haven't watched yet.
Nope. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't know, unless they're 3 episodes in.
They are.
They are? Okay, never mind. Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You don't know that she's back.
Okay, so obviously the second episode is good. I don't know about that. The first episode I did not like.
All right, so it's weird because then I missed the first episode then somehow. So I need to find that one. I don't know, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Anyway, but that's... I thought I was caught up, but anyway. I was upset because my DVR didn't record it, so I had to go find other means to watch it. But yeah, so I like that one. And then the Grand Tour, which Mike could give a flying rat's ass about, I think it had, and all the accounts, if you looked up online, episode 1, everybody loved. Everybody could not speak highly enough. Episode 2, suddenly the tables turned. People hated it.
They were very clear in the first episode. They said the second week's episode was definitely not a car show.
Not about cars. Yeah.
And they were correct.
Yes. And that was I remember episodes like that one from Top Gear.
Yeah.
And those are the ones where you go, come on, guys. Come on. You almost want to skip through it.
Yeah.
But then they come back, and you watched the third one, evidently, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I watched that Thursday.
Come back. Yeah, because that's the nice thing, Mike. The nice thing about them releasing at 12 a.m. Friday in England means we can watch it at like 8 o'clock Thursday night because of the time difference.
Okay.
So we get to watch it pretty early.
Yes.
So, yeah, the third episode, we were right back into it, and I think that was a good,
that was
episode.
a very good episode.
That was a good classic episode, even though, again, I saw online people said they didn't like it. I'm like, well, then you didn't get the original show.
Yeah.
because that was the original. That was all about the original show.
I do believe I am over the celebrity brain crash.
Yeah, I believe that is getting a little bit old. But we'll see what happens. I think they're probably going to run that gag all through season 1.
I'm sure they are.
And then season 2, who knows what's going to happen.
They do something else.
Yeah.
Although, okay, I actually take it back. This one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, this one wasn't so bad.
It was the one from episode 2.
They had Simon Pegg on this one, Mike.
Yeah, but it was actually Simon Pegg. The second episode, it could have been some random person they just said was a celebrity before they died. Basically, the second episode. Well, considering Mike that you don't like Top Gear, and you don't like Grand Tour, it's remotely possible you would have liked the second episode. But okay, actually, since we're talking about this TV shows, Mike, did you ever watch Taskmaster?
I did not.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, that's fine.
So Shaggy thought it was okay.
Yeah, Mike, it kind of reminded me. You watched Whose Line Is It Anyway, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. It somewhat reminded me of Whose Line Is It Anyway, a combination of Whose Line Is It Anyway and a game of Truth or Dare. All right? Because, and I know that sounds really weird to put together as to describe this, but what it is you have a panel of 4 comedians. All right? Those are your contestants. Then you have the main host and his assistant. All right? The main host says, all right, here is the challenge for this round. And we're going to go through and see how each of the contestants did at performing this task. My assistant is the one who is at the house or wherever they're performing it at, watching them, timing them, etc. Okay? Now, so the first challenge was to eat as much watermelon as possible in 60 seconds.
Yes.
Walk into a room. They were given a Tyvek suit, basically a clean room type suit, but it was the kind for painters, so it was disposable, And they said, okay, from the time you enter the room, you'll have 60 seconds to eat as much watermelon as possible. Okay? And then they go through each person and they show how it goes for that person. So the first person goes, before he goes into the room, he thinks, oh, I'll probably need a knife. So he goes to the kitchen, gets a knife, and then walks into the room, slices the watermelon, and starts eating.
With a spoon.
With a spoon.
Okay.
The second person doesn't think ahead of time, walks into the room, sees a watermelon on a table, and goes, oh, should I go get a knife? You can if you want. Clock's ticking. Leaves the room, goes to the kitchen, can't find a knife, finally finds one, comes back, has 10 seconds left by the time she comes back, barely nicks the watermelon and takes just a tiny bite, and time's called. All right.
He eats enough watermelon to be the weight of 2 Rolos.
Yeah. Now, the third and the fourth guy goes in, and that was a woman, by the way. The third and the fourth guy know that there's not going to be any utensils in there or anything, but they don't care. They walk in there. One guy grabs the watermelon, slams it down on the floor.
That's a fourth guy.
Fourth guy.
Okay, the third and the fourth guys both take the watermelon and smash it against the table and then start eating it. The first guy eats pretty quick. The fourth guy really eats it quick. I mean, just like...
to the point of he vomits afterwards.
That's Ramesh. That's Ramesh.
Yeah.
So Ramesh, he goes in. He's under the impression that watermelons are much tougher than they really are.
He thinks it'll bounce.
He thinks he's going to have to really smash this thing to really get into it. So he picks up the watermelon, holds it over his head, and
dunks it like Michael Jordan
into the ground, and it explodes all over the room. But that's the one he eats so much he actually started throwing up at the end.
Then the second one was that emptying the bathtub?
Yes,
was the
emptying
second
bathtub.
challenge. So there was a bathtub on a platform filled with water in the backyard, basically. And it said, okay, as quickly as you can, empty this bathtub without pulling the drain or tipping it over. You can use anything around you. So, again, none of them seem to figure out how to siphon because they can't figure out how it works. Which, okay, the older guy should have he should have known how to siphon. He's of the age he should know how to siphon water.
Yes.
Again, the girl has no clue. She is completely useless.
Yes, she is. She continues to be the entire.
And the
oh, that's right. No.
It was riding a horse, but I'll just say that's the third one.
Yeah, that was stupid. I don't like.
And then the one guy, the third guy, goes and gets a trash can and starts emptying it using a like a 50-gallon trash can. He's thinking he can dump in there and then lift and empty. Now the fourth guy goes completely insane, jumps into the bathtub and just starts splashing it all out.
That is what I would have done first.
Yeah.
Is jump in the tub. Depending on how full it is, my fat ass is going to displace a lot more water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won by like a minute. Doing it his way.
But then it turned out that he'd also accidentally knocked the plug out of the tub.
Yeah.
And was disqualified.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was great is afterwards, when he was tiling himself off, he noticed the plug laying on the ground after he was getting flung out, and so he kind of nonchalantly picked it up and then pretended to go and pick his towel up out of the. He was trying to hide the fact that he'd done that.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of show basically where they're given a simple task, and the winners tend to be the ones who figure out the loopholes in the rules.
Okay.
So there's a later episode where they're outside. There's this long run of red carpet, and they were given a pea, and the winner was who could propel the pea furthest, and have it land on the red carpet. There wasn't even one pea, so the stupid people went up there and just threw the pea. It went into the grass and it was gone because it's green pea and it's green grass. It's gone. The winner, and then other people would take the pea and wrap it up in newspaper so they could throw it. So people got further and further. The winner is the guy who took the pea, placed it on the carpet, rolled it up, stuck it in the back of a van, and drove it several miles down the road, propelling the pea many miles.
Okay.
That's the kind of show this is.
Okay, so it's an actual. It sounds like a physical version of Idiot Test.
I would guess, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but funnier people because everybody's a comedian.
Wow. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that said, unless any of us have other news of the weeks,
I just wanted to say my family is obsessed with Taskmaster.
Oh.
I mean, everybody in my family, extended family, they're like, oh no, it's 4:00 in the morning. I've been watching Taskmaster all night. That's kind of.
Hey, what the heck? As long as it's good. All right. With that said, it is now time for the PTR Radio double feature movie review. And this being December, we have implemented a new rule for this month and this month only. Every show, we will be doing at least one Christmas movie.
At least.
At least one. So this week, we have one Christmas movie and one regular movie. So the two movies that we have for this week are True Memoirs of an International Assassin, now available on Netflix, and Merri Friggin Christmas, available on Amazon Prime. Remember, all of our movies that we pick at the time of review will be available either on Netflix, Amazon Prime, or one of the other free streaming services, or included with your membership. So if there is no objection, I would like to do a Merri Friggin Christmas first.
Take it away.
And I will go. If you're like me, then by this time you're pretty tired of the wife or girlfriend saying, "Look, honey, there's a new Hallmark Christmas movie on." Or, hey, remember this Hallmark Christmas movie? I like it. Let's watch it again. It seems like no matter what the age, from 8 to 80, every woman and some effeminate men are hooked on Hallmark this time of year. I know for a fact 2 of the TVs in my house might have well have their remotes thrown away because it's all Hallmark all the time. By now you're saying, that's great, and I agree, but what does this have to do with the movie review? Well, my friends, I have the answer, or at least a nice diversion for you. Next time your significant other says, hey, let's turn on a Christmas movie, do yourself a favor and tune to Amazon Prime. Right now they are running Merri Friggin Christmas. Now, while she's giving you that doesn't sound good at all, stupid, look, all you have to say is, it has Robin Williams in it. That's it. There's no argument, no fuss, no muss. She'll just agree, and like in Whoville, Christmas will be saved. See, here's your secret weapon. This is no normal Robin Williams movie. This is more akin to Patch Adams, Good Will Hunting, and others where he injects humor, but more borders on the angry and bitter side of his acting. In my mind, Williams is at one of his best in this film. In fact, this film is one of 4 which came out after Williams tragically took his own life. Williams plays former drunken dad Virgil Mitchler, the father of Boyd Mitchler, played by Joel McHale. Boyd has spent his entire life forgetting and remaining estranged from his father, who not only ruined Christmas, but as we find out throughout the film, did his best to constantly put down Boyd, or at least that's Joel's opinion of Boyd's opinion of his dad. The 2 are forced to spend Christmas together when younger brother Clark, played by Clark Duke, playing Nelson Mitchler, calls telling his brother he'd like him to be the godfather to his son, an abandoned bastard child of his ex-girlfriend and a Mexican double-A baseball player. In trying to make sure his own son has a great Christmas and still survive the holiday with his father, Boyd and his wife, Luann, played by the smoking hot Lauren Graham, forget their youngest son's Christmas presents at home, causing Boyd, his father, and his brother to go on an 8-hour road trip filled with reflection and a magical bourbon-fueled Santa to recover the toy and save Christmas. While the guys are on the road, Boyd's wife, Luann, and his mother, Donna, played by Candice Bergen, are being busy getting drunken together, reminiscing about Boyd's upbringing and trying to come up with a plan B in case the guys don't make it. Meanwhile, the kids are having their own fun, which includes tripping on expired pickles like LSD instead of sleeping. As you can tell, this movie seems to have something for everyone. Even the sexual perverts have a granny-flashing sex maniac character included to round out the cast. In all, I would have liked the story to be trimmed down a little to concentrate on the primary and secondary story of the sons and father and daughter-in-law mother relationships. But I can say the vast majority of acting is of such a high caliber that you don't notice the excess of story except in reflection. Joel McHale, Lauren Graham, Clark Duke, Candice Bergen, all fine actors in their own right, and as many actors, reviewers, and directors have said before, everyone's performance is just elevated by the addition of the right actor, and for many, including this cast, Robin Williams was that actor. This is one of those movies that you have to watch just because, in the same film, you'll laugh and cry. And for a PTR movie, that means it deserves the rating of Schnikes from me.
Wow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that the first Schnikes we've awarded?
That is the first Schnikes.
Wow.
But that's how much I like this movie. I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I got my wife to watch it instead of a Hallmark movie.
Okay.
That's 100% honesty right there in those first 2 paragraphs.
All right. Colin, would you like to go next, or?
Yeah, because I actually want to take the next one first. So.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Okay. I actually watched this movie with my parents because we watched a lot of Christmas movies. And I was like, okay. So we watched this followed by the George C. Scott Christmas Carol. I did not like this movie as much as Shaggy did. I don't think anybody in this planet liked this movie as much as Shaggy did. Here's the problem with the movie. It reminds me a lot of other Christmas movies. It has a little bit of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It has a little bit of Bad Santa. It has a little bit of this, a little bit of that. My problem with it is that it is a horribly unbalanced movie. And I did a little research, and I found out why.
Okay.
And usually I make stuff up. This is one I did not make up.
Okay.
This is not the movie they meant to make.
What?
After Robin Williams died, they decided, we need to have more Robin Williams. So they took all the footage that they had of Robin Williams and made that the movie, and just like had other stuff around it. So originally it was supposed to be more of an ensemble film. It was not supposed to be so much on just the brothers. It was supposed to be more of the entire family. So it was going to be more with the brother character and his not son.
Okay.
And there's just more of everything.
It's going to be even more confusing in retrospect.
So it's impossible to tell what that movie was supposed to be. Because there's lots of stuff that seemed like it was just thrown away. Like, it was obvious that the hobo Santa was supposed to really be Santa. But they kind of lost that thread. Because then he just became a hobo at the end. Because there's that scene in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Where the Bob Williams character went in and Santa wasn't there. But that never went anywhere again. My biggest problem with it is that if it had been more of a road trip movie, I might have liked that. If it had been more of a family movie, I would have liked that. But it wasn't really anything. Because like the road trip, they stop at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
They meet the cop again.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're at his house. And then they meet the cop again. Sort of. I'm not going to go into far to it because people might want to see the movie. And then they meet the Santa again. And then they get to the house. That wasn't a road trip. Especially because the description of this movie told me that they were going to travel all this way in a blizzard. There was no blizzard. In fact, in the movie itself, there was no snow because it was too hot for snow. That was a major plot point. My point is that I don't think they knew what this movie was supposed to be. I think this movie could have been a good movie. I originally thought that the movie failed because Robin Williams died, and so that they were unable to do like pickup shots to complete it, and they just kind of made a movie of what they had. But now I find out that this wasn't even the movie they were supposed to make. It was supposed to have less Robin Williams and more of everybody else. So I'm just kind of like, I saw that in the movie. I saw the unfinished nature of it. I am giving it a National Lampoon's Christmas failure, which is a mad minus. Just below mad.
Oh, man, minus. Okay.
So I guess it's fitting that I'm going last here because I'm kind of like in between you guys as far as how I felt about this movie. When I first saw it, I was concerned because while I'm not a fan of Joel McHale, I don't dislike him, but when I saw it, I didn't know that Robin Williams was in the movie. So when I saw him, immediately the tone for me changed. And I can't say better or worse, but Colin, hearing your description here and what happened behind the scenes, it does make sense. As you were saying it, it's like, okay, so I could see what they did, and I'm curious as to what a director's cut of this movie would look like.
Yeah, or it was the director, but I would like to see I would say the original cut.
Okay. So my notes as it happens. Robin Williams. Now I'm sad. First time I saw him there. No self-respecting BMW owner puts the reindeer things on their car, the nose and the antler. Actually, no self-respecting human being does that. So let's. Now I'm on a downward decline about that. leaving bourbon for Santa, that is freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think more children should do that for Santa. Wait a sec. A BMW showing a check engine light? I thought this German engineering was superior. But then, of course, Robin Williams makes a joke about that. Leaving the headlights and hazards on while leaving the truck. Even the BMW will have a dead battery after a road trip when you do that. Why does a family like that need a house sitter? Communities like that usually have private security. Every middle class and lower class person knows this. If they have a really, really, really nice house and the people drive BMWs, you have private security and you have the cops driving around all the time.
Well, they explained it was for the dog.
Sure. Seriously hate seeing Robin Williams sad in any movie. I hate when he starts getting like that because you don't know how much of it is real coming through. I wish my house had an attic I could stand up in. Wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. More room for crap to pile up. In fact, let me go fill my attic with spray foam right now. No. Group hugs while driving. That's a big no. No. So then, you killed Santa? What the hell? Wait a second. The guy with military training doesn't check Santa for a pulse? They just assume Santa's dead and immediately just start thinking about how to get rid of the body? And I'm pretty sure that this movie is what inspired the Gilmore Girls revival. Because what this world needs right now, more than ever, is more Lauren Graham. So, on Puke to Schnikes, I give this a solid chuckle. It's not an instant classic, nor do I think it will be a classic, but it is better than 90% of the Hallmark and Lifetime Christmas movies that are already out there.
So,
this is how we know Colin lives by himself, because he didn't reference Hallmark Christmas movies in his review.
No, we watched Christmas Carol. Every single version of A Christmas Carol. We watched
I know.
every single one. We don't need Hallmark Channel for that. We have them all on disc. Somewhere we even have the Rich Little version, which is terrible, and nobody should watch that. It's almost as bad as the Kelsey Grammer version. But okay, a couple things. You actually missed on your mistakes thing, Mike.
What's that?
First off, okay, why didn't anything ever come up from the outhouse thing? I mean, he just it seemed to be a missing opportunity, not just throwing it at a policeman.
True.
Including the joke about, okay, so they get there and they find out his house is made of bricks. And it seemed to be something that they could have made a joke about the porta potties and bricks.
A brick S house.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for figuring out how to say that.
Yep.
But that's not my biggest problem with that. His dad's house is made of bricks too. Why is this surprising? What's this house made of? It's the same thing as your dad's house.
That brother is not very smart.
Actually, one of my favorite characters. I liked that character. He's the only one in that scene that Mike was just talking about at the end there who actually said, are we really doing this? This is, because I did not like that scene. That did not seem like a good end of movie scene. Okay. Next one?
But
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and his son, BJ.
I did like that. The fact that he is not even really his son. It's just a kid he happens to have.
Abandoned bastard child. I think I put it correctly, didn't I?
Yes. That's it. There are parts of that's the reason why it gets meh, because it could have been a better movie. Okay. Our next movie. Paul Blart 3, True Memoirs of an International Assassin, is the third movie in the Paul Blart movie series. In this movie, Paul Blart has lost his mall cop job, has gained a degree in accounting, and started writing a book with the help of his friend Arvin Sloan, the boss spy character from the TV show Alias. Unfortunately, his book is e-published as a nonfiction novel, and bad guys believe that he really is Alvin Sloan, resulting in a rollicking adventure in South America, where the CIA from American Ultra is running the country of Venezuela. And a bearded Terry Benedict is trying to take over the country while hiding from Danny Ocean. It was not seen in this movie, but will be seen in some years' Ocean's 19.5 Mall Casino Cop. So here's some pros about this movie. First off, there is a beautiful, age-appropriate female sidekick. Because usually we have, 19-year-olds. She's, 37. That was great. I liked some of the fun flashback dream sequences. What I didn't like, there was a total lack of segues, which seemed weird for a Paul Blart movie. And I thought this movie was done better by Melissa McCarthy a few years ago when she made Spy.
You meant the scooter, not the transitional statement. Okay.
So
sorry.
I'm rating this movie. I'm rating this movie Man with the Pewter Gun, which is halfway between Matt and Snikes.
Oh, God. I can't follow that up. I can't. Because Paul Blart 3, that is exactly, that is the best way to describe this.
Yes.
As the direct-to-DVD version of Paul Blart, the Paul Blart series. Because there literally was nothing about this movie that I really liked. Right? And it's not saying that I hated the movie, but there was a lot. I sat here a lot of times during this movie just scratching my head, wondering what the hell happened. Because I honestly, somebody got paid for this. And suddenly it makes me question my career choice, because I'm pretty sure that if instead of going to college, I'd taken the money that I paid for college and just bought a word processor, because back at the time, or a computer with a good word processing program, Word Perfect, and some LSD, my life would be completely different in the fact that I might own half of Hollywood at this point, based off of the crap that is out now. I have a crate of notebooks upstairs that I think is like the Prince catalog. If I go back and go through it, I'm sure there's at least one or two good scripts that I could sell to Netflix right now, based off of some of these movies. So, I'm pretty sure Shaggy picked this for two reasons. One, it's Kevin James, and Kevin James is so hot right now. And two, bigger guy gets to be an action hero type of, we might as well just pick Beverly Hills Ninja at this point. Right off the bat, who signs a digital contract without is that even legal? And not once, no money was discussed ever. It's just like, okay, publish my book and give me something. And now we move to the ridiculous. People believe that the book is real just because somebody put the word true in front of it. Caracas is the most dangerous city in the world. Sure. Female DEA lady, I'm seriously close to tapping out at this point, but I'm not going to do it because God only knows what craptastic stuff we have coming up. Somebody explain. Does this crap count by association towards the movies in the Adam Sandler deal? Does anyone know? And no. Russian heroin dealer in a Speedo. Where's my mental? Oh no, wait. Okay, Russian chicks in the pool now. Okay, it balances out. If this thing flips to him actually becoming a CIA agent, I'm going to flip. And then my little bit of research, this movie had a $40 million budget, which led me to my tirade about LSD and where my life could have gone. $40 million for this crap? Seriously? So, Gift to Schnikes, this gets a snicker. Not quite a smile. Not worth going out of your way for. But if you have 90 minutes to kill and you like Kevin James, then go for it. Maybe you'll be able to look past it. But no. Paul Blart. I didn't like Paul Blart 1. Well, no, I saw Paul Blart 1. It was okay. I never saw 2. Don't want to. But I've seen 3. So.
All right. I guess it's my turn. Kevin James has been in a lot of movies, and I wouldn't say all of them have been successful. IMDb his name, and you'll find films like Grilled, I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, Grown Ups 2, and Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. In his latest Netflix original outing, we see something not often found in Kevin James movies, namely good acting and a quality script. Of course, it would have a good script because it borrows aspects from several other films that have come before. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Sherlock Holmes, and the 80s classic How I Got Into College. All films where the character either foreshadows actual events they will do or has a daydream life for the character, which they, as the film progresses, turns into their real life. But so what? The genre's been done before. That should mean that it can be done right. Well, this is the case with this movie. The nice twist is how they establish this daydream scenario. He is a writer who creates a fictional character, and then their internet publisher changes the book to a non-fiction book. So suddenly, this mild-mannered insurance investigator is abducted by a group of freedom fighters to kill the president. But no, wait, then he's abducted by a corrupt police who turn him over to a drug lord who want him to kill the freedom fighter. Oh, wait, no, then he's turned over to the government who want to use him to kill the drug lord. Then he's saved by the CIA only to escape them because they are leaving a sexy female agent behind. I guess given all these tangents, you'll have to take my word that it's actually easier to follow along than it is to describe. In the end, you have a movie that is both humorous and action-packed, where suddenly an overweight dweeb could potentially become a world-famous assassin who can not only defeat all of his enemies, but also in the end get the girl. If you're looking for a political commentary or a Bond-style action-adventure, you're going to be very disappointed. But if you're into fat guy humor and even know what the movie How I Got Into College is, then you're going to enjoy this movie. Plus, hey, it's got Andy Garcia in it, so it deserves a shot just because of that. Because it's a nice comedy starring somebody that honestly needs some good reviews, and I'm sure I'll probably watch it again, which is always the hallmark of a good movie to me, I rate this film a firm chuckle, which is 1 point above smile. So I liked it more than you guys. Again.
No.
This is
that seems to be
okay.
About the area of mine.
Okay.
I put mine halfway between Man's Nikes.
Yeah. So but
slightly above Snicker.
But Mike,
I didn't hate it.
Right.
But
you were above meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we were all in the same general area.
Yeah.
I think the difference between Mike and myself and Shaggy is that neither Mike or I want to watch it a second time.
Correct.
Yep.
Although I did Google the CIA agent chick to see what else she was in because I had never seen her before.
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
And nothing.
And that's why I couldn't make a joke about her. There's no other character that I could say that she was.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
All I could say
think
is
about it.
She's age appropriate. That's the best I could say.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. She's like, yes, I'm going to be in a movie with Kevin James. And then the final product comes out and she's like,
I can put on my resume, I was in a movie with Kevin James, and they'll know exactly what I mean. But, I mean, you know, I was trying to find a way to describe or other films that do the same thing, where the guy has these little flash forward, you know, type things. And because I know there are, you know, probably 6 or 8 of those types of movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one that really stands out for me with that type of sequence is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Right, and I referenced that one, and I was trying to figure out what is the word that you use or words you use to Google to find other ones. Because if you Google movies like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, you don't end up with those types of movies. You end up with other movies with him in it. Okay, but you don't end up with that style of movie.
Okay, so
and it's not fourth wall breaks because that's different.
No, fourth wall breaks is when
you talk to the camera. So a la Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Deadpool, etc.
Daydream fantasy sequence. I don't.
Yeah.
But the other one, like similar that I think of is a movie that I like, but a lot of people don't. Sucker Punch.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. So
okay, Sucker Punch is kind of like Sin City visually, but the girls are in an asylum and their escape is into the fantasy world kind of things.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. It kind of reminded me from the trailers of Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Similar to, yeah.
Because, one of the ones I mentioned, How I Got Into College. Have either of you seen that movie?
How I Got Into College.
A long time ago.
Yeah. So what I was referencing there is when he was taking a test and then suddenly he had his A and B person, driving the trains towards each other, when he was taking that kind of stuff. So, those types of sequences, I think it's a very interesting way to do film. I think that's kind of cool to see, but they're like I said, I think there's probably 6 or 8 films total that have done that before, and they're just difficult to identify and find. So, all right.
You have a similar concept with pretty much every '80s John Cusack movie with the cartoon.
Yeah, I love those. I'm a big fan of Better Off Dead and those types of things. So yeah, definitely something. Just one of the weird things that I like. So that's this show's double feature movie review. We will have 2 movies for the next show. Those will be our last ones in December. And maybe we already have our next Christmas movie. I don't know.
And then we'll need to find a New Year's movie for the.
A New Year's movie.
Yes.
I have no idea about what a New Year's movie would be. I may put you on that. You are to find the New Year's movie.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll find out what the next ones are when we get together again. We always try to publish those on Facebook and Twitter before we discuss them on the show so that everybody can have a chance to watch them, tell us what you think. And always, don't forget, you can watch these shows after we do the review. Tell us whether we were right on or whether we were completely off base. Maybe you hated Merri Friggin Christmas. Maybe you want to get the whole family around and watch that movie. Or maybe you want to watch True Memoirs of an International Assassin and tell us where we all went wrong. That you think Kevin James is one of the finest actors of this generation. Maybe you think that, like DiCaprio, he really deserves an Oscar. That could be the next movement. Now that DiCaprio's got his, maybe Kevin James is next. Who knows? So, that's what we've got to say. Don't forget, also check out our celebrity death pool on our website, Facebook, Twitter. We're gonna be sending out emails again to people who didn't sign up yet. We're not trying to harass you, but we're gonna harass you because we want to get that. We want to get at least to the 50 that we had last year, and we really want to get to 75. So that we can show some growth this year and we can get people involved. So go ahead and really get out there, pound the streets, get your friends and your family involved. Colin, like we said, I know your mom's already put her picks in.
Yep.
And I assume the rest of your family's going to follow suit.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
And, I know that I'm going to be, really aggressively getting my boys into putting picks in. I already talked to my daughter and said, tell your boyfriend not to bother showing up to the house for Christmas Eve unless he submits into the death pool because he's not welcome here unless he does that. So.
Hey, before we go out.
Yeah.
Were all the changes to the death pool results, is that since the last episode?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you should probably say.
So we do we're no longer on a tie for first place.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's been a lot of changes up there.
Well, there is no longer, let me pull up the scoring. There's no longer a tie there wasn't a tie for first.
Well, yeah, listener first there was.
Okay, listener first. I am still atop the leaderboard.
Yeah,
with 139.34 points.
Yeah, the overall leaderboard, Mike is in first. But then, big shakeup.
With the death of Fidel Castro.
Yes.
Bill jumps up to second with 132.23 points. And looking at the tracker, all right, Bill has Glenn Campbell, Evangelist Billy Graham, and Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Yeah.
So there is still a possibility Bill could pull this out.
Yes.
Now, isn't there some last strike point somewhere?
We do have the buzzer beater.
Pull up the.
We do.
What is the buzzer? What is the buzzer beater? Hold on.
I think it's a 10-point bonus. I think the buzzer beater is a 10-point bonus.
We had the
buzzer beater is a cool bonus equal to the numeric value of the calendar month in which the death occurred. So at this point, it would be 12 points. But it's divided by, I think, basically it's the same thing as before. It's divided by the number of people that would have it.
Yes. So since, let's see.
So 2, 3.
I think it's 11, not 12.
4, 5, 6. Boy, if Zsa Zsa 7. Boy, if Zsa Zsa goes, it's only worth like an extra 1 point to everybody. Oh, yeah,
okay.
like 1
point. Wait a second. Well, that could be it. Because, well, first of all, if Zsa Zsa goes, then believe, let's see, because you don't have Zsa Zsa. If Zsa Zsa goes, then Bill takes the lead.
Bill takes the lead.
Easily. But right now, because the buzzer beater is not factored in. So right now, when did he die? He died 11?
He died on Thanksgiving in 11.
Okay, so Bill gets 5.5 additional bonus points.
Oh, so he's not, well, that still puts him a little shy.
Still not enough. That puts him like less than 2 points behind.
And folks, that's where referral points could make the difference. If Bill had gotten 3 referrals, he could have been in the lead.
Yeah,
because Bill has no referral points.
Yeah. So that's where the referrals, especially when you get towards the end of the year, 1 or 2 points really can make a difference. So,
but at the same time, now here's the other thing: the referral points. Okay, so Bill and I are bonus points. Bill and I each got 10 points for Joey Feek.
Yes,
along with Amy. But just talking Bill and I, we both got 10 points for Joey Feek. But then I had Gordie Howe, which got me 5 bonus points, to Bill's Fidel Castro, which was only 1.
Yeah.
So if Fidel Castro had died a little earlier, would have gotten more points. It's very, very tricky. But yeah, I forgot about the buzzer beater.
Yeah.
So Bill is actually technically right now less than 2 points behind.
Yeah. So it is a very close race. So, and Glenn Campbell, Billy Graham, Zsa Zsa Gabor, all those are good choices for him. So, all those excellent choices for him to possibly pull out a win. So who knows? Only the Reaper knows.
An overall win.
Yeah, an overall win.
He's still going to win the prize.
He's still going to win. Right now, he is still winning the prize because he's the listener. But, any of that could change. Anybody could topple him, conceivably. If, Betty, I don't know about Betty White, but,
if any of those people were in the warehouse, burned over the weekend.
Yeah. So
we wouldn't know yet.
Yeah. But there's a lot of celebrities still left in play for the year, we'll say.
Well, technically, all of them are still in play.
Yes.
Well, okay, so let's just go through this real quick. So really, the 2 listeners that have the closest shot here are Amy and Susie.
Right.
Right. So who do they have here?
I think, if neither one of them, because Betty White would cancel each of them out. So then you're looking at Barbara Walters, Bill Cosby, Jimmy Carter. Because I don't think Melanie Griffith's on the edge of anything. I think she's doing okay.
Well, Susie has Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, but I think he's doing all right.
I think he's doing all right. Melanie Griffith.
Yeah, I think she's doing all right.
Amy's got Charlie Sheen. It could be.
He is a dumpster fire, but
So.
Yeah.
Possible.
Anything's possible.
I mean, the other thing here. Okay, hold on. Let me just see. If Justin Bieber passes away,
oh yeah,
Mabel could easily shoot up there.
Well, Eric would go in that because he's got Bieber too.
Oh, Eric's got okay,
and he's already got Alan Rickman from earlier, so he would shoot up right away. Yeah. He would be insurmountable at that point if Bieber were to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could come down to the wire here.
Yeah, you never know. Again, we're not wishing ill on anyone. We are just telling you what could happen. So again, that's the celebrity death pool. We want you to try and get everybody involved. It's just a bit of fun, It's something so that you guys can be involved with the show all year long. That's what we're really going after. So, with that said, guys, you've been listening to PTR Radio here on the Fabulous Interweb, and we want to thank you so much for supporting the show by checking out the website, Facebook, Twitter, all those wonderful things, telling your friends about the show, subscribing to the podcast, watching our videos, all that kind of fun stuff. We want you to continue doing that. Get the word out about the Celebrity Death Pool as well as the show in general. Help us build a bigger and better show that's viewed by more people. And Mike, every time you take a drink, I think you're drinking urine. So just want to say
I drink my own pee. Why? Because it's sterile and I like the taste. Necessary?
So, don't forget, we'll be back in 2 weeks. That's right. It'll be the 19th. It'll be the first show that I haven't just had dental work done. So, it'll be a bonus for me where I won't be hurting. So, everybody, make sure that you tune in December 19th for our movie review and the rest of the regular show. So, with that said, I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the Ape Man.
All right. We'll see you later. Thanks.